Our story begins on the beautiful Rottnest Island off of the coast of Australia. The island is a natural paradise for visitors. However, it is not so serene for some of its inhabitants. Over the last several years, Rottnest Island has an average rainfall of 691 millimeters per year. It has an evaporation rate of 1694 millimeters per year.
This is a tale about our furry friends Ulqui, Nelly, and Grimmy. The drought on Rottnest is leaving our friends famished and parched. Quokkas can last several weeks without water due to their ability to retrieve it from the plants they eat. But that does not mean that they should.
Suddenly, a large white boat full of humans shows up. Ulqui smells something delicious and cannot contain himself. He seemingly floats at the splendid aroma. He is unknowingly sitting in the midst of the herd of people. Nelly and Grimmy run in panic.
A girl lets out a loud shriek. Ulqui snaps back to reality. He freezes with fear. Then the unexpected happens.
The humans begin to feed and praise Ulqui. Ulqui had never been treated with so much kindness before.
As the sun sets and the humans begin to leave, Ulqui struts back to their shrub home to find Grimmy crying and mourning the loss of his friend. Ulqui brings them some leftovers and tells them what happened. They want to experience it for themselves.
The next day is an even more wild experience. There are even more humans on the beach today. Seemingly looking for Ulqui, Grimmy and Nelly are hesitant at first, but watching their friend, they open up quick. The Quokkas finally have resources in humans. They celebrate freely, unaware that someone else has taken notice.
After the sunset and night gloomed over the sky, Nelly had a suspicious feeling they were being followed.
Toshi, a feral cat and natural quokka predator, had stalked the quokkas and attacked Nelly. Faster than any reflex he ever had before, Ulqui jumped and attacked Toshi with all of his might. The cat diverted his attention to Ulqui, and he yelled at his friends to escape. Things were looking rough for our friend, just as it appeared Ulqui would end up quokka stew. He saw a light and dramatically acted, as if he was on his way to heaven.
A human appeared in front of Ulqui and Toshi. He broke up the fight and saved Ulqui's life. Ulqui had never been so grateful. The human picked up Toshi and put him in a pickup truck with IWP written on it.
Ulqui noticed that his hero had dropped his skull pendant. He took it back as a token to remember his savior.
Tattered and bruised Ulqui makes his way back to his friends at the shrub. He finds Nelly and Grimmy bawling over his death. He limps behind them and asks why they're crying in the coolest voice he can.
The next morning, the next morning, the next morning, oh.
Nelly scrambles to wake up Ulqui as the truck that he described in his story was parked outside. Ulqui can't contain his excitement and sprints to the truck to see his hero.
Ulqui pounces on his savior's chest right at sunrise. The man is startled and jumps to his feet. He recognizes Ulqui and begins saying words in a kind tone that Ulqui can't understand. Ulqui turns around and hands the man the skull pendant. He had stayed on the beach all night looking for it. The man gives Ulqui a hug and tells him that his name is Ichi.
Ulqui and Ichi hear another engine pulling up. A young woman named Ori begins approaching Ichi's truck. Ichi's heart starts beating fast. Ulqui takes notice and responds quickly.
Ori approaches the truck to introduce herself, and Ichi begins stumbling his words on his intro. Sensing his new friend's nervousness, he hops onto Ichi's lap and nuzzles his cheek. This makes both Ichi and Ori laugh.
She asks if she can pet Ulqui as she reaches out her hand. It brushes Ichi's, making both of them blush. Ulqui being the wingman, he jumps from Ichi's shoulder to Ori's, creating a bridge between them. Ori and Ichi spend hours talking. laughing and bonding over their deep love for animals.
Ichi and Ori's joy is short-lived as she notices how distressed all the Quokkas look. Ichi asks Ulqui why everyone looks that way, and he leads them to their watering hole.
The watering hole is completely dried up. This was once a main source of water for the Quokkas. Ichi and Ori decide to investigate the cause of the rapid evaporation and discover that it is due to tourist developments diverting water away from the watering hole.
The two begin deep brainstorming and utilization of the scientific method to come up with solutions. Ichi uses his wildlife protection expertise and combines it with her knowledge as an environmental scientist. They come up with a way to collect rainwater and implement water-effective tourism practices that respect local wildlife habitats.
Success! The months of hard work have paid off. They brought water back to the watering hole. Quokkas dance around the watering hole. Ichi and Ori's relationship has really blossomed. They regularly find themselves working late into the night. Over time, Ulqui becomes more distant from his human friends.
One day, Ulqui comes back and instructs Ichi, Ori, to come to visit his shrub. Inside, they find Nellie and Ulqui smiling. Nellie opens her pouch to reveal a baby with a smile like Ulqui's.